Joyce here. Today's topic is onboarding new employees. And going to confession here, I think I was terrible at this earlier in my career. And so sometimes I'd have success with a new person and sometimes not. And really it had to, kind of luck of the draw. And then I've always worked for European companies, but I tripped across it. I was working on something else, actually, something very different. And I came across a part of the European law that says that you are responsible for the success of your employees. Now, you always know that. It's not like that was new, but something hit me about that, and I've related it to onboarding. I've also done a lot of research on onboarding, and turnover in the workplace is just so incredibly expensive. And one of the big reasons that employees are not successful in the workplace is they were not onboarded properly. So first of all, I think that focus on successfully onboarding, every manager needs to take that very, very seriously. Second of all, come up with a training plan. Now, most companies have training plans. I've always had a training plan. But what I do is I bring them through the training plan. Then I have them shadow. Then I have them do the work and have someone else shadow them. And then they go off on their own. So they have really seen this 4 times. And I also have them shadow different people and have different people shadow them. Because even though it's the same role, different people do it in different ways, and you can learn so much from that. Just the turn of a phrase or a certain way someone did something that the other person didn't. You just get a fuller training, a broader training, a more in-depth training if you have more than one trainer. I also set goals, especially at first, that I know they're going to get to meet. I used to just set their goals the way I set anyone else's goals, and then I gave them a ramp. But I don't do that anymore. I set the goals, and then what I do is I kind of seed their regions with things I know are going to be a success. So if it's a customer service architect, I will put deals in their region that I know this customer is just about to grow, just about to purchase. I really get them so that they have a big win very quickly. That builds their confidence. It allows them to take things all the way through our processes, so they see a deal go all the way through, and they just feel great about themselves because they're looking at the dashboards and their numbers are just as good as everyone else's numbers based on their goals. So the other piece to that is I then gradually move them in, and these dashboards are published to everyone, so everyone sees the results. And having them beat or meet their target goals early on helps them to integrate on the team, because the other members of the team are seeing them be successful. That makes their investment in time, so I have these busy consultants, help this person get up to speed. But when you see that getting them up to speed is worthwhile because they're actually doing a great job, then you're like, okay, that's a good value of my time. I think another thing that's really important is when I'm hiring, I hire for certain jobs. I look at what is the best profile for that job, and make sure that not only they have the technical qualifications, but that they have the right profile for that kind of job. And we have a lot of remote people. I did a whole different video on managing a remote team. We have to take that into consideration. And then finally, I have a fantastic team. We're not only successful, we work together. Everyone helps each other out. There's just a chemistry and an energy on our team, and it works. So I am also very careful when I hire to bring someone on that's going to meld in well with that chemistry, and not someone that's going to overturn the apple cart. Because I've had sour grapes on my team, and sour grapes may be a little too strong, but people that didn't fit quite as well as someone else. And it is a time lag for just about everyone. So hiring, I look at their profiles and I make sure they're a good fit for the position, are they going to be remote, and make sure they're a good fit for the overall team. And then finally, I make sure that when I'm managing them, we start every meeting, especially for the first 6 months to a year, where it's an open conversation. How are things going? And I may have someone else manage them technically. I'm managing them to make sure they feel that they're fitting in. They feel that they're heard. When they have issues, we deal with them. And so I've had new employees come up to me and say, I can't believe that you spend time at the beginning of every meeting thanking me for something that I did right. You know, just because you work hard doesn't mean you're always going to be recognized. And you put that time in there. Or making sure that if there's an issue, you follow it through until everyone is settled back down again and working productively. So.